Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Liverpool 1, Arsenal nil match reaction. That was a sad way to lose the game, and that's a painful way to lose the game. I literally don't know how to make of this game, and I'll need some help from you guys because I think we did enough not to lose the game. We didn't do enough to win the game. And the way we had played in the first half, I was thinking so far, so good. Second half, 60th minute, you bring in Eze, you bring in Odegaard, you bring in Trossard, we probably get a chance to win the game. And then they end up winning the game like that after, a very silly foul right outside our box. I've always felt, though, the way we played from the first minute to the 60th minute in terms of not allowing Liverpool having any chances, I have no problem with that. But in a game like this, I always feel like you kind of have to score fast just to make sure that, even if they get a late equalizer, you don't get to, lose the game, because that's all they need. They just need one good chance, a free kick somewhere, a Salah moment to win the game. Unfortunately, they wanted from a set piece. They were never going to score in that game, just like us. It was looking like a 0-0 game. But yeah, I'm going to be very interesting to see what you guys are going to have to say about this game. Any area should have done better. Were you okay with the 0-0 before they got the free kick? How are you feeling? It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. It's the first time we've lost to Liverpool in like 7 games. First time we've lost one of the big games in like 2-3 seasons. So this is kind of a new feeling. We are not used to losing to Liverpool, Man City, United, Chelsea, all those teams recently. We usually end up, doing the job up to the 90th minute. Today, we were so close. We were 2 minutes away from the 90th minute. But the free kick itself was absolutely incredible. Raya was stretched out completely and he couldn't get to it. Unfortunately, we have to look at everything. The way he gave out the free kick, should we have scored fast before he got to that situation? It's a very sad game to lose. This free kick was crazy, man. Like, oh my goodness. I hate losing to Liverpool, though, because now they're 3 points ahead of us. Now the pressure is even more. Now heading into, and the problem is that we have an international break, so we can't make it right for the next 2 weeks. But after the international break, we're going to have to win 4 or 5 games in a row. Now those games, Nottingham City, because Liverpool are going to play Burnley, Sunderland, we're going to have to win our games. So it's an unfortunate game to lose. I don't think we deserve to lose. I thought it was supposed to be a 0-0, but we didn't do enough to win. Didn't really create anything. I mean, both teams didn't really create anything for like 80 minutes. And I thought that was always the tactic. The moment you saw this lineup, this was a lineup today, that was always going to be the tactic. Keep Liverpool at bay up to like the 60th, 70th minute. And then you look at the bench. The bench is very strong. You can bring in a lot of attacking quality off the bench. You can try and win the game off the bench. And that is what we did. I don't think Merino's bad. I don't think, the Martinelli one we'll talk about. I knew Martinelli was going to start in this game. We all know why Martinelli is starting in this game, because of his defensive work. Martinelli isn't really starting in this game to score goals for us. He's starting in this game probably for his defensive work up against Salah on that side. So defensively, great. That is what we expected. Midfield, Zubimendi, Rice. I maybe thought Odegaard was definitely going to start, so it was surprising to see Merino starting. But I did mention it in the preview that don't be surprised if we went like a kind of a defensive formation just to not allow Liverpool to get anything at all. And Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli up front. So looking at that lineup, you'd say we're the ones who are defending and Liverpool are going to attack us. But actually in that first half, I thought we played really well. I think we looked like the more capable team of scoring. Madueke was absolutely, had the beating of Caracas on that side. But that was basically it, really. We're not really getting anything from the left side apart from Martinelli. Apart from Calafari, Martinelli has a lot to... Yeah, Liverpool is the only game Martinelli can probably play because it's away and you're going to need to defend. But the rest of the games, I'm scared for Martinelli. I don't think he's going to start any of these games that are coming up. I don't think we're going to see him starting anytime soon, because we're basically not getting any attacking quality from that side. Defensively, he's going to come back and pick up the ball a couple of times. But, like today, Madueke was like 10 times what Martinelli was on the left side, and he was still doing some defensive work. So in terms of how we played in the first half with that squad, I was actually surprised. We were creating a few situations with Madueke. The ball landed to Madueke a couple of times. He had a shot that was saved. The ball landed to Calafiori. He had a shot as well that went out for a corner. And, Liverpool didn't get any chance at all. Salah was quiet. Ekitike was quiet. And considering on top of that, Saliba went injured 4 minutes into the game. Oh, man, that is why we are still buying defenders, by the way. That is why we still need to buy more defenders. Another injury. But I don't think we lost the game because Saliba was not there. I think Mosquera was absolutely brilliant. But yet another injury. This is 3 games in, and Havertz is injured. Saka is injured. Odegaard picked up an injury. Ben White picked up an injury. I don't know where Nogard is. Trossard was a doubt for today's game. Jesus is still out. And now Saliba is also injured. I really wish you could have gotten that point today because I really want this international break. Now, because you have lost, I wish you would have been playing on Wednesday to pick up a win really quickly. But because of the injuries, I want that international break. I think that we need that international break. Those injuries are too many already. We need them to give those players time to recover. I don't know. It looked like he had been injured before because it looked like Mosquera was very ready already. Like we were expecting Saliba to go off. But either way, the squad that we have these days, yes, it's painful to lose Saliba, but when Mosquera came in, I never felt like, oh no, we're in trouble now. So that is good squad building we've done, especially defensively. That even when Saliba goes out and White is not there and players like that are not there, I'm still not really scared about Liverpool, scoring a lot of goals against us because Saliba is out. Mosquera came in and he did an incredible job. And as I said, in that first half, Madueke was really impressive. Timber was really impressive in that first half. Calafiori as well, maybe apart from once or something. I think, Salah is obviously going to go past you a couple of times. But I think in that first half, Calafiori, Timber, Madueke were very good. Rice was making his interceptions. We lost the ball a couple of times. That is expected. You're not going to keep possession 90% against Liverpool. You're not going to have 20 shots against Liverpool. Raya made one mistake, but considering we gave the ball to Raya like 100 times and he messed up once, I have no problem with that. We didn't get punished from that. In terms of the rest of the kicking, Raya was okay. So after the first half, I was actually quite satisfied. I said, yeah, we still need to test their goalkeeper. But in the first half, we had the ones who had tested their goalkeeper. They're not tested our goalkeeper. But when you start reading stats that Liverpool have not failed to score a goal for like 38 games, Liverpool is going to score a goal. So that was my fear. Liverpool always score a goal. So if you want to get something, you also have to score a goal. Ideally, you need to score fast before them. So even if they equalize, you get a draw. So the first half was really good. But second half, I think we kind of lost a bit of the control of the game. We didn't really have the control in the first half, but you know what I mean? Like Liverpool started to dominate possession, started creating a few chances here and there. Gabriel had to make a block or two. Raya had to, come collect the ball once or twice. And, Gyökeres got a yellow card. Raya made another save. And then he made the subs in the 69th minute. That was the plan, I'm guessing. And up to that point, it had worked. 69 minutes, Liverpool, 0 shots. We've had a couple of attempts. You take off Merino, you bring in Odegaard, you take off Martinelli, you bring in Eze, and then probably you get a chance and you score the game and you win it. So I'm guessing that was the plan. And the only way you can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool end-to-end, they score, you score, they score, you score, is if everything is clicking with Gyökeres and Eze starting and everything is clicking with him and everything is clicking with Odegaard and everything is clicking with Saka or Madueke. That's the only way you can go toe-to-toe. I don't think you can go to Liverpool and start opening up and, allowing them to score 3-4 goals because we're not going to score 3 or 4 goals. So if that is the tactic that is needed, as long as you don't lose the game, up to that point, it had worked 70 minutes. So if football is crazy. If Eze and Odegaard had come on and scored one of them and we won 1-0, it would have been a master stroke. It would have been a master class from Arteta. But because obviously they got a goal and then now the way we're going to look at it is we didn't score and Liverpool won the game and maybe should have scored fast to prevent Liverpool from winning that game. Liverpool wouldn't have won that game if it was not for that free kick, obviously, but that is where quality comes in. That's why you're going to need quality. And, the problem is Liverpool have not played well the first 3 games and they've won all 3 of them. That is obviously a concern. You need them to draw points somewhere, and you don't need to give them 3 points in your own game. You need to win that game, or to at least draw that game. Don't lose that game. And so when it got to the 75th minute, Liverpool started creating a few situations here and there from the left wing, from the right wing. Chiesa came on. They were trying to attack, trying to score, and it gave them that free kick. Now, again, up to that point, I don't think Zumendi was terrible, He gave away a free kick. You should not supposed to be giving that free kick away to Liverpool at that point. They're going to make jokes about us, corners and all that. But if we give them a free kick or a penalty in that situation, that's what they are looking for. They're going to probably score from that situation. Now, the free kick was incredible. Szoboszlai will probably never score a free kick like that again anytime soon. I didn't expect him to score, though. I was a bit scared. When they get that free kick, I was like, no, man, come on. We've defended so well. Let them not score from a set piece. And, we've been talking about us potentially scoring a set piece in this game. and then Liverpool beating us with a set piece, it would be a bit painful in the 82nd minute. But the free kick itself, I don't think we could have done anything about it. And the moment they went 1-0 up and then we became desperate, usually we one out of 10 times usually go and score again and you make it 1-1. Most of the times you're not going to go and equalize. So it's a tough one. I literally don't know how to feel about this game. I don't think we deserve to lose the game. I think players like Tim and Calafiori played really well. I think without players like Saliba and Saka and all those guys on the pitch, we held off quite well. But obviously, we did more attack. We didn't create any chance for Gyökeres at all. And the only time we started getting into the game in terms of an attacking game is like the 80th minute. And in games like this, to get something, you probably have to score because Liverpool will definitely score. Now, that makes the upcoming games harder. Now you're going to have to beat Man City. You're going to have to beat Nottingham Forest at home. We have to go on some sort of run, and the Champions League is starting. And you're starting with Bilbao away. So a 2-week break, not ideal after you lose to Liverpool, obviously. I think we're third in the table right now, but it would have been great to go further ahead of Man City and just focus on Liverpool. But yeah, we've gone 7 games without losing to Liverpool, but yeah, they've gotten the win against us. I think it deserved to be a 0-0. I don't think they deserve to win the game, but you don't always get what you deserve. You don't always get what you deserve. So hopefully that is the only game you're going to have to play like that, though. You see this formation. With this game up to like the 80th, 90th minute, I have no problem because it was working. But hopefully this is the only game that we are going to do that. The rest of the games, I'm hoping it's different. I'm hoping that, whether even if it's Man City away, those are games that teams usually go and win. I want to see different, I want to see us on the pitch, Odegaard on the pitch, and players like that. Today we lost because of that set piece. We gave away the set piece. I think we should have scored before that, just to be on the safe side to make it 1-0 before they score. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about that game. I don't think we deserve to lose. Musa says, Glenn, are you today's game was boring, says Musa. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Arsenal up against a top team, and it's going to be an entertaining game. The reason why we say we're not going to lose such kind of games is because of the tactics. We didn't deserve to lose. It was going to be a 0-0. We weren't going to lose today, but they scored a set piece magic, and they scored from it. Good goal, so nothing we could do about that one. But yeah, I didn't really expect an entertaining game. Now, the thing is with Liverpool, if you're playing an entertaining game against Liverpool, you're going to lose. Any team that is playing an entertaining game with Liverpool, you're going to lose. If you're going end-to-end against them, Salah will score 4 goals against you. Up until now, we want to be able to play that style as well, but that is up until Eze and Gyökeres are up to speed in an Arsenal shirt. That's the only time you can start playing like that. But as of today, like going toe-to-toe with them and Salah and Gakpo, they're going to beat you if you're opening up like that. So, and it worked up until the 70th minute. So maybe the only thing I can say, maybe bring on Eze maybe 10 minutes earlier. Maybe take off Martinelli, 10, 15 minutes earlier. Maybe bring on as a quicker, maybe on that side. I have no problem with that. With Merino, I have no problem with him playing up to the 70th minute. Now, with Martinelli, it's different. I wouldn't have minded if Eze came on for Martinelli earlier, because basically we're not getting any attacking from that side, basically. So it's very sad, man. There's a situation in the first half where Gyökeres was running through and Martinelli didn't give him the ball. I was not happy with that at all. Because you have to make decisions very quickly. Semenyo scored a similar goal against Liverpool. You either make the pass quickly or you decide whether you're going to go and shoot the ball. Even Odegaard, when Odegaard came on, there's a time he tried to pass the ball to Eze and Gyökeres. He had the chance to shoot the ball. I was like, just shoot the ball. You never know. It can hit someone. It can rebound back. And, Eze and Gyökeres might still get a chance to score. But, yeah, we definitely need more. He's not going to be a starter. Martinelli is definitely not going to be a starter. Let's see. Julia says it's high time to get to know that Martinelli is going to cost us on that wing. This particular game, I expected him to start because of Salah on that side, and he came back and won the ball back a few times. But Martinelli was not on that pitch to attack, unfortunately. So I think this is like one of the last games Martinelli is starting. I think now that Eze is there and Trossard is there and those guys are there, when Saka is back as well and Madueke looked good today, I don't think Martinelli will play time soon now, unfortunately. So he's going to just be an impact player today. Let's see. How are you doing, Ike? I'm doing good. Let's see. Let's do that. Martinelli, poor performance, says Demi. Wasn't a bad game. They played well, says Philip. That's why I said I don't know how to feel about this game. I'm not mad about losing the game. I'm sad about how you lost the game, and you don't want to lose to Liverpool because you're giving them a 3-point advantage. I thought it was supposed to be a 0-0. In terms of the tactics for the game against Liverpool, I'm not going to say go there and score 3-0. You're not going to go to Liverpool and score 3-0. You need to score a goal, though. To get something away to Liverpool, you still need to score a goal because they're probably going to score. So, yeah. Kalapo says disappointing results for us next. Now, those games that are coming up, we have to. Now you're done with Liverpool away. You only played them once away. So the rest of the games is different. I'm expecting better when you play Liverpool at home and those other teams. So which teams are we playing in the Champions League away? Which is Bilbao, and is it Inter Milan? We are probably going to play that same way against Inter Milan. So hopefully the rest of the Premier League teams is not going to be that like that. Let's see. Arsenal was denied 2 clear penalties, to be fair. Nah, I don't really think it was a penalty. The Eze one in which one, the Szoboszlai one, it hit his shoulder. The Eze one, I'll have to look at it again. But I'm not really going to say that. I don't think we lost because we didn't get a penalty. And I also don't think we lost because we played poorly. It was supposed to be a 0-0 game, but you need to try and score. So I can only say we should have brought in Eze earlier for Martinelli. That's the only thing I can say. I don't think we lose this game if it was at the Emirates. Yeah, even today we aren't supposed to lose. So it depends on how you look at the game. I know some people will be mad about Merino starting, why not start Eze and go attacking. But I don't believe you can just go attacking against Liverpool at their place. You're going to concede a bunch of goals. So there has to be a defensive aspect, but maybe bring on Eze earlier for Martinelli. That's the only thing I can say. Ramsdale is not Arsenal's goalkeeper. Oh my goodness. Ramsdale left Arsenal a long time ago, like 10 years ago. I know who you mean, though. Raya lost concentration. He should have saved that ball. He was late by one step. Again, man, remember, it can't be perfect throughout the game. That the free kick was very good. I don't think very few goalkeepers are going to save that. And Raya is the best goalkeeper in the league, and I didn't get to it. The free kick was good. We have to look at before the free kick. We shouldn't have given the free kick. Maybe we should try and be 1-0 up and all that. Tonoli says we go again, just a loss to a rival. The goalie cost us this game. Again, man, I don't agree. Raya did not cost us any game. That game was going to be a 0-0. The free kick was good. It ended 1-0. Raya only made one mistake from like 100 passes that he received. So it depends on how you look on the game, Tonoli, though. Madueke's 2 chances came from Raya's fantastic passes over the top. So, it depends on how you look at the game. Raya could have had an assist or 2 in this game as well. So he did some good things as well. Let's see. Andy says still not convinced that Tata is the coach Arsenal needs. Let's see, man. Let's see. I personally don't mind the tactics, though. Up to the 60th minute, we aren't going to concede a goal. So it's going to be a 0-0. Depends. I was okay with the draw in this game. So if you wanted to go and win 2-3-0, then you'll probably feel that way. Let's see. Ayub says that it was correct to the team selection. Plastic fans bash the coach. I don't like telling people how to feel. I don't think it's the right way to look at things when you lose one game. That's the first time we've lost to Liverpool in 7 games. So what about the other 6? Did that was he poor in that games as well? I don't know. It depends on how you look at the game. More attacking quality, yes. Now I've said this is the only game I'm going to allow that kind of formation. Away at Liverpool, I have no problem with that. The rest of the games, though, I don't want to see like Eze, Odegaard, and Nwaneri, all of them on the bench. It's different. But Liverpool away, that's a different kettle of fish, man. You're not going to go there and beat them 3-0 and 4-0 and all that. Martinelli was poor, but if I'm Matita, we'll play him as a 9. Nah, right now I don't think Martinelli is going to start the games, unfortunately. He runs behind defenders and he can be dangerous. He's not good playing as a winger. It's just a mistake we lost. Yeah, maybe bring in Eze earlier. That's the only thing I can say. Bad results, but the guys played well, says Solomon. Defensively, we played okay. Like Mosquera was really good for his first, 90 minutes in the national shirt. I think Timber and Calafiori were really good. Attacking, you still need to see more. There's like 2-3 times I thought, they should have given the ball to Gyökeres quicker. It should have been like that, but yeah, that's why we need to adapt really quickly. Unfortunately, we had a very, very tough start this season, but now we can't lose again anytime soon. Now that we've lost to Liverpool, we cannot let the likes of Man City beat us and Newcastle away. those games now have become must-win. Now you can't lose any of those games. Let's see. Bro says that his style of play is too defensive. Only individual brilliance can save us. For the other games, we can talk about it in the other games. For this Liverpool game, I have no problem. You have to find a way to stop players like silent players like that. Unless Liverpool usually win their games 4-3 and 4-2 and all that. That's not really the way we play. Again, I have no problem with that when it comes to big games, because we've gone 3 years without losing. Teams like Liverpool and Man City used to beat us 6-0 and 5-1, so there had to be a different way of playing. Now that we have players like Eze and Gyökeres, let's see how we do against Newcastle away and Man City and all those guys as well. Let's see. Eccles says, I don't know why Arteta started Merino. Martinelli isn't improving at all. I have no problem with Merino starting. Again, I wanted Odegaard to start anyway in that position. Merino started because of defensive work. That's why we started Merino, obviously. Obaira says that I made a very big mistake in starting Martinelli. And Merino, this guy's felt us first half was better to bring them second half. Martinelli, yes, I have no problem with Merino starting the game. You know why Martinelli started. He started because of his defensive work, not really because of his attacking work. But it depends on how you're looking. Like Joe says, it's too defensive. If you want an attacking style of play, I mean, we already know how Arteta is going to play these games against Inter Milan away and Liverpool away and Man City away. Just watch the free kick again. The Liverpool player kicked the ball and Raya was not settled. I'll rewatch it again. I'll try and check it again. It was a fantastic free kick, though. It was a fantastic free kick. Suraj says that out again. That is up to you, but I don't think we should be talking about the manager out after one loss. That's the first time we've lost in 7 games against Liverpool. We aren't going to go 20 games without losing to them. Let's see, though. If we lose to Newcastle and lose to the other teams, let's see. But it doesn't help because Arteta is not going to go. He's going to be here for the whole season. So let's take a look at how we can create more chances for Gyökeres. Let's find a different way of playing in games like this. It was supposed to be a 0-0, though. They scored a fantastic free kick. Losing to a bigger team like Liverpool just from a free kick is not bad. Depends. There's people who are predicting 3-1. So if you're going into this game expecting Arsenal to win 3-1, I think that's the wrong way of looking at it. Liverpool have lost like 2 games at Anfield in like 6 years. You're not going to go there and beat them 3-4-0. Let's see. We have played especially with the absence of our key players, but we did not create even a single chance for Gyökeres. Now, that one we definitely need to improve it. He didn't get any chance at all, basically the whole 90 minutes, because our tactics are not really to give Gyökeres a chance in this kind of game. But we're not playing Liverpool every single day, though. So in the other games, I'm expecting different kind of tactics. Let's see. Last season, Bruno scored a free kick similar to today's, and Raya created a big space on his right, just the way he did on the last one. He needs to improve on that. I'll check that free kick again today. But I still don't think players like Raya are Arsenal's biggest problem. And he needs to improve. Obviously, if a person makes a mistake, he needs to check it so that next time we can improve on it. It's obviously I'm expecting people to overreact. I mean, but you don't have to share the same opinion as me. For me, I think it was supposed to be a 0-0. I didn't think there was a problem with the tactics. We're not going to go there and score 4-0. Maybe it's better to score fast in a game like this to make sure that you don't lose the game. But tactic-wise, I have no problem with that. So when you play against big teams, there's a reason why we've gone 3 years without losing because of that. If Arteta wasn't a manager for Arsenal, we would have been losing to teams like Liverpool and Man City. So that's just the case. So today we lost for the first time in 3 years. Let's just make sure they don't beat us at our place. Now we have to beat them at the Emirates Stadium. And now we can't lose to Man City and Newcastle coming up. We have to... Martinelli is not going to play anytime soon now. Karius, I'm pretty sure of that. Now that Trossard is there, Eze is there, Madueke is there. He's not going to play anytime soon, unfortunately for him. Let's see. So let's do the player ratings really quickly. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0 player ratings. Let's start with David Raya. I've seen people saying something about the free kick. In terms of the game itself, he made one mistake in terms of passing. The long passes were good. He was creating some chances from the long passes. For me, I'll always keep on saying it. Raya is the best goalkeeper in the league. I have no problem with him at all. That is the way he's been asked to play, and he does well 95% of the times. There's so many times like Liverpool are trying to press us, and I'm like, clear the ball. he doesn't clear the ball. He like passes it and he still doesn't like really make a mistake from it. So he's very comfortable in terms of playing out from the back. When you watch the other goalkeepers in the league, you'll be thankful that we have Raya. If you see how many mistakes players like Onana and players like Sanchez and players like Trafford are making at Man City, you're going to be really thank God that we have Raya at Arsenal, because he doesn't make as many mistakes as those goalkeepers. I'll need to watch the free kick again. He didn't really have anything to save apart from that, actually. Or maybe he made a save from Vats that Liverpool scored from that was offside. He made a good save from Vats in that situation, but that was basically it. He didn't have anything else to do. Now, in terms of the catching and the crosses, I think he did well. So I'm going to give Timber 7 out of 10. Let me do this. Not Timber, Raya, 7 out of 10. If he had kept a clean sheet, I would have given him an 8. Let's see. I'll rewatch the free kick back though and see if we should have stepped quicker. Now, I think Timber was really good. I think Timber was one of our best players. He could easily have scored again today. I think the way we are playing now with Timber and Calafiori, they're going to score a few goals this season. So I'm going to give Timber an 8 out of 10 for today. I think Timber was really, really good. Defensively, attacking-wise, the combination with Madueke was good. He was trying to give those quick passes to Gyökeres as well. And I think Timber was great today, 8 out of 10. So we can't rate Saliba. He only played for 4 minutes. I'm hoping it's not another serious injury, man. Goodness. So we can't rate Saliba, but we can rate Mosquera because Mosquera played basically for 90 minutes. Again, this is one of those games. I usually also try to look at the ratings and I'm like, okay, let's see. If the ratings are high, that means if I'm going to give these players high ratings, that means we didn't play that badly. And I think players like Mosquera and players like Timber are really good. I'm sure you guys agree. All of them were really good. Gabriel put in so many blocks as well in this game. I was like, man, this is crazy. So Mosquera, first game coming up against Liverpool, the pressure of Anfield, you could think like Mosquera has been here for a very, very long time. So I think Mosquera was great as well. The blocks, he didn't really get exposed at any point of the game at all. I don't think so. So I'm going to give Mosquera first game at Anfield. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. I think 7 out of 10 for Mosquera is good. Now, I also think Gabriel did okay. So defensively, again, this is one of those games that you watch, and I don't think defensively we were bad. Like Timber, Gabriel, these guys all did their job. Like if I just check the stats as well, let me check Mosquera. So Mosquera had 3 clearances, 4 tackles, 2 blocked shots, 4 out of 5 ground duels, 92% pass accuracy, 2 out of 4 long passes. So I agree with the 7. For Gabriel, I'm also going to give him a 7. I mean, we didn't concede from any open play goal, which means defensively, all of them were really good. Let's see. There's a time Gabriel was like fighting off with Salah. I love him. I like the energy that Gabriel has. Again, 4 clearances, 1 blocked shot, 1 interception, 1 tackle. Again, I don't have a problem with the defense. If it's about scoring goals, that's not really their job. So they're doing their job. We didn't really concede any chances. They are defending well. Gabriel 7. I think Calafiori was also very good, both defensively and going forward. Obviously, Salah is going to give him a hard time, but Salah didn't really get past him up until like the 65th minute or something, where he went past him maybe once or twice. So dealing with Salah that whole game, Salah didn't even really have a shot or anything. 4 out of 5 ground duels won, 50% aerial duels, clearances, interceptions, tackles, 2, 3, 2. Very, very good numbers. So again, I think Calafiori is very good in terms of defending Salah. We didn't really see Salah that much in that game. So yes, we conceded, but I think Timber and Calafiori put up 8 out of 10 performances. Both of them are also closest to scoring for us. Now, midfield, Zubimendi. He shouldn't have given away that free kick. Just let him shoot from there. So because he gave away that free kick, his mark has to go down. So I'm going to give Zubimendi a 6 out of 10 for today. The rest of the game, I think he was okay. Fast start at Anfield, but that free kick is very costly. So I'd even understand if you give him a 5. In a different position on the pitch, whether if it's a bit further back, that's fine if you make that tackle because they had gone past you. But that is why we lost the game, basically, because we gave them that free kick. You know what? I'm going to change that to a 5 out of 10. I'm going to change Mane to a 5 out of 10. Again, we're not going to play Liverpool every single day, but that free kick is very costly. And then, he did lose the ball a couple of times in midfield. 5 out of 10 for him. Declan Rice, I think in terms of the interceptions in the first half, especially Declan Rice was really good. Corners, the corners though, there's a couple of times Declan Rice took a couple of poor corners, but Declan Rice usually takes corners from the other side, not from the Saka and Odegaard side. The ones that he was taking from the Saka and Odegaard side were a bit poor. They were out swinging corners, but he still did his job in terms like that mistake that Raya had made, the one he had given the ball to Van Dijk. Declan Rice is the one that stopped it from being a chance for Liverpool. So Declan Rice is a 7 out of 10 for me. Who else played? Merino was the one who was next to Rice and Zubimendi. Now, Merino. In terms of, there's a couple of situations where you got the ball in an attacking area. So in those kind of situations, Merino is not the one who's going to pick out the pass for Gyökeres. But people will be very quick to say, Merino, we didn't lose the game because of Merino. Merino did not play badly in this game. Like he's played poorly before in midfield. But in terms of an attacking threat, he's only going to be an attacking threat like if he's in the box, he's receiving the ball. We are not really expecting Merino to put a through pass to Gyökeres or to Madueke or anything. But with that said, though, the chance that Timber shot and it was blocked and Calafiori shot it and then it went for a corner, that came from Merino's quick pass to Gyökeres. That is what I want to see from the rest of the players. Give the pass quickly to Gyökeres, because that ended up in a chance for Arsenal from passing the ball quickly to the forward player. That's what you need to do. So Merino today, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. The next player is Madueke. I think Madueke was really good in the first half. Second half was different, but first half, I was very happy with Madueke. I was even screaming for us to give the ball more to him, because everything we were trying to do in that first half was coming from Madueke. I'm going to give Madueke a 7 out of 10. I think he was good for his first start. Definitely it's better than what we saw from Sterling last season replacing Saka. So we saw something from Madueke there. The crossing was okay. There's a few times maybe I was saying, just try and shoot the ball, but he was dribbling again. But in terms of taking on Caracas, I think he did well from that. I think Madueke was okay. First half especially was good. So 7 out of 10. I think he was definitely our best player in the first half. Now Martinelli on the other side. Maybe you need to play Martinelli as a left back, because defensively he will do his job, but attacking wise, nah. The worst thing for me when it comes to Martinelli, decision making. 2-3 times there, man, Gyökeres was literally making a run through, and the decision making, he doesn't even end up like shooting the ball. It just ends up, going to someone and losing the ball from that situation. Strength-wise, it looks like, Szoboszlai was bullying him. But if you look at his defensive numbers, you're looking at, 100% ground duels won, 100% aerial duels won, tackles are there. It's like good defensive numbers. But attacking-wise, literally, there was nothing. So in a game like this, if you ever play like a Liverpool away again, or Man City away, or Chelsea away, we need to find a balance on that side. Someone who can defend well, but someone who can also help us in counter-attacks. Now, in the first half, if you had Eze on the pitch, we probably score from one of those counter-attacks, but we didn't have him on the pitch. So 5 out of 10 for Martinelli, very average. It's a 5 out of 10 because he did okay defensively, but attacking-wise, there was basically nothing to rate attacking-wise. Gyökeres, the few times he got the ball to him, I'm sure Gyökeres is used to getting a lot of chances in this kind of game still because of the way Sporting were playing, but we don't play like that, especially like Liverpool away, so you're only going to get the ball like once or twice. But again, it depends. If you listen to the media, they will tell you how useless Gyökeres was, so that's why I stopped listening to them. I'll just watch the game and make my own decision on what I think about how each player played. Because if you watch the media, they will tell you how terrible Gyökeres was. They will tell you how that's a bad challenge. They will tell you about how this player was not good. They'll tell you about they'll even make it look like Raya was bad. Defensively, you're absolutely fine. Attacking wise, should have done more. But if that is the job that they've been given to do, they did it. We didn't concede from any open play goal. Gyökeres did get a yellow card as well, just like Zubimendi, but he didn't really have any chances to shoot the ball. So the best thing that we did is the through pass to Gyökeres from Merino, and then we created that chance for Timber and Calafiori. So just a 6 out of 10. Who else came off the bench? I think Eze was okay. You could see the quality a few times he went past the right back. But at that point, you were basically just defending, and then the last 5 minutes we got desperate. So he starts next time, 100%. He starts next time against Nottingham. No stories. He just starts right away. That position is now gone from Martinelli. Yes, I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10. Odegaard, he should have shot. There's a time Odegaard got the chance to shoot the ball. He didn't shoot. He was trying to pass the ball. He was only on for 20 minutes. So I'm just going to give him a 5 out of 10. Let's see. Who else came on? Dauman, a bit too late. I think we should have given Dauman like at least 10 minutes. So just a 5 out of 10. He wasn't on for too long. So 5 out of 10. Anyone else who came on? 1, 2, 3. Now I've already rated Moscow. Okay, so let's now rate at stuff for this game. Where's Mikel? Here you are. So this is my rating for Atlas. This is what I make of. So in terms of the lineup, I personally, I wanted Odegaard to start, obviously in the Merino position. I knew Martinelli was going to start because of his defensive work. I knew there was no way Eze and Odegaard were both going to start this game. Now, if Eze and Odegaard both start this game, we probably score a goal in that game for sure. But if Eze and Odegaard start this game, I don't know if we keep Liverpool at 0 up until the 75th minute. So I think the reason why Liverpool had no shots at all is because of players like Merino playing in midfield and Martinelli coming back and picking up the ball a couple of times and they're trying to counter-attack, all of that. And Calafiori and Timber did very well in terms of the fullbacks. Now, the thing we can say maybe is playing against Salah and playing against Gakpo and all those guys, maybe we need to trust Calafiori and Timber more and just tell them, listen, just do your job. You're going to put in attacking wingers. You're going to, just play as we usually play against like a Leeds at home, a Burnley at home, and then we trust our defenders to do their job against Salah and those guys. So it worked up until the 60th minutes. So all I can say is I wanted Eze to come on earlier for Martinelli. Bring Eze earlier for Martinelli. I didn't have a problem with Merino starting. With Martinelli, it's different. If you start even a Trossard and Eze, no problem. But for Odegaard, it's not 100%. Eze could have played maybe in the 10, but Merino's not the reason why we lost the game. He did his job in the first half. He didn't give Liverpool anything to do in the first half at all in terms of chances, but that also takes away from our attack. So that is the truth. Second half, you should have brought in Eze earlier. We lost from a set piece, so defensively we weren't really exposed, and Liverpool is a team that scores 4 or 5 goals every single game. But to pick up a result now, some people are not going to be happy with it, fair enough. Some people want us to go more attacking. I want us to do that in all the other games. Liverpool away is the only game that I'm going to allow that kind of formation. All the other games, I expect us to have more quality going up front, because looking at this bench, there's a lot of attacking quality there, as a Trossard, Nwaneri, Dauman, Odegaard. Those are a lot of attacking players who can, come on early or start the game and not go toe-to-toe. But I knew we're not going to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. It was going to end up being another draw, as it usually is, but they scored from it. And from that point on, it was already too late for us to try and get a goal. So I'm just going to give him an average. In the middle. Where is that again? It's disappeared again. So I'm just going to give it 5 out of 10. It's not a 2 or 1, depending. If you want an attacking formation against Liverpool and you want to score 4 goals, fair enough. But we already know Arteta prefers a 1-0 to a 4-3. So we already know that. One says Spurs, City, Arsenal, Newcastle draw points. Yeah, but I'm not really looking at those teams, man. I'm actually just looking at Liverpool. You see, even if Spurs are top, Newcastle are second, Man City are third, Arsenal are fourth, and Liverpool is 15th. I would still be looking at where Liverpool was or where Liverpool is. That is what you're trying to go past. So I don't know what about what I said. I did not say I wanted Martinelli to start Kato. If you watch the video, there's no way I've said I wanted Martinelli to start. I said I know Martinelli is going to start because of defensive work. I know that he's going to start against Liverpool, but I did not say Martinelli is supposed to start. Eze is supposed to start ahead of Martinelli. Trossard is supposed to start ahead of Martinelli. I've even said Madueke is supposed to start ahead of Martinelli. I never said Martinelli is supposed to start. Martinelli is not playing well enough. I know that. But he's going to start today because of his defensive work. I know that. There's no one who absolutely loves Martinelli. I did not say that. Chuzu says late substitutions by Arteta have cost the team. Late substitutions, yeah, I agree with that. Eze should have come on earlier. He will not play again, Chuzu. He will not start again anytime soon. That's what I know. Raya always time free kick late to get his position. I'll watch the free kick again. Let's see. Salah was pocketed by Calafiori, 10 out of 10. Yep. Let's see. Your excuses are the reason that I feel that is not good enough for Arsenal. I mean, we don't have to agree on everything. You see, the very next comment, Cecilia says you have little faith just because we lost one match you wanted to said. So it depends. Everyone has the different opinion. So I'm not going to say Arteta out because we lost to Liverpool 1-0 away from home. I'm sad that we lost to Liverpool away from home, but Arteta is not going to be sacked anyway. So it's a waste of time to be talking about it right now. It's not going to be sacked because we've lost to Liverpool. So the other games I'm expecting different. But yeah, if you wanted to win 38 games out of 38, that is fair enough. Tasting defeat for the first time in a season is always painful. It is, especially when you lose to Liverpool. It's fine. But Arsenal did not play poorly today. So if you decide that Arsenal played poorly today, that is absolutely fine. I don't think so. We should have done more attacking to score a goal. And not going to beat Liverpool if you don't score goals. You're not going to get something if you don't score. But yeah, let's see the other games that are coming up. Liverpool is the only game I'm allowing that kind of formation. But let's see. Let's see. Patrick says the better team lost. I don't think any team was better. Just think it was supposed to be a 0-0. They scored from a quality free kick. Just make sure they don't beat us at our place, and let's see how it goes from that point on. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We'll discuss this more coming up. International break now, 2 weeks, a long time to sit on this defeat, but let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.